So we had started this church in Virginia Beach and loved it. It went great, lots of people, lots of life change. We love Virginia Beach. Our kids were born there, grew up there. We thought we were gonna stay there forever. And then I had this very weird experience. I thought God told me to start a church in Las Vegas. If I knew it was God, I would have said yes, I hope, but I wasn't sure it was God. Like, how do you know? And I had strangers tell me that I was supposed to start a church in Las Vegas. I went to another country and had somebody in another country tell me I was supposed to start a church in Las Vegas, and it made sense. My father was a professional poker player and degenerate gambler and con man in Las Vegas. He ruined his life here. He ruined my parents' marriage here, ruined my childhood here. And so the idea of kind of letting that story have some redemption. My passion and my gift has always been to reach people who are really far from God. And I started to realize, man, there's gotta be a lot more people like that in Las Vegas than there are in Virginia Beach. And so once we really felt sure he was, we moved and we did it.
It was definitely a challenge to start Verve. Also, moving from the East Coast to the West Coast was a big change. And then once we were here, you know, getting the kids settled, getting myself settled and Vince, and then starting the church, it's definitely challenging, but it's also really exciting.
In a sense, I hope that we're not different from any other church, but maybe the thing that makes us a little bit different is we really focus on that mission of seeking and saving the lost. And not only just people who don't go to church and don't believe, but what we feel like there's lots of good churches who are reaching maybe the non-Christians and the non-churchgoers who are a little bit easier to reach, who believe in God and have Jesus maybe in their frame of reference and have thought about going to church. And so we said, man, let's be the church that reaches the people other churches won't reach or can't reach. So let's reach the people who are the least open to church, most antagonistic towards God and Jesus.
The fact that we accept and love people for who they are and where they're at, I think is huge. We're definitely reaching people who have no connection or knowledge of God, and so it's really cool. It's exciting. It's also kind of messy. Here in Las Vegas, people kind of show their junk more than they did in Virginia, but we all have the same junk. It just looks different here.
So we talk about leading with love, that everyone needs to hear the truth, but what we need to do is we need to first lead with love and kind of earn the right to be heard.
I waited and waited and waited for it. All right, I knew it was coming. All right, when they pass around the bucket or the pan and they shake it at you, and then when you put every last dollar in, they shake it at you a little bit more. And they said, you know, if this is your first time here, you know, please don't feel like you need to donate. This is a gift to you. I had never heard of a church say, please don't donate. I had time to spend with both pastors off property, you know, personal time, and I had a lot of questions that they answered. And, you know, September I was baptized.
We see atheists coming to Christ. We see gang members, pimps and prostitutes, and just really experience dramatic life change. But one of the things I've come to believe is if you want to have someone who's radical about following Jesus, the best place to start with is with somebody who's radically opposed to Jesus. Because when that person gets it, and they really get it, and it takes so much, it's such a sacrifice typically to say no to your past and say yes to Jesus, that they are not going to do it unless they are really serious and really all in. And we just see that all the time here, and it's so much fun. And I think it brings such glory to God.
The best part about it is my wife and I, our relationship, our marriage, has had the best year and a half that it's had in the whole 12 years.